Talk to me.
Hello guys and welcome to tonight's Gavra Racing. We are here for round 3 of the Gavra League GTE Championships. We are here tonight at Silverstone GP for the round. We have 14 drivers tonight ready and raring to go to race around this beautiful circuit. Quite a few drivers who are here and ready to go. Alongside me, as always, as we see Cromdex go for a little slide on the circuit, is Ethan, Ethan, or rather known as Didux. So hello.
Good evening, James. Are we all okay this evening?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. Not doing too bad. So yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. Silverstone GP here. Obviously quite a historical track with Formula 1. I held the first ever Formula 1 race around the straight. The older version, not the newest version that we currently have, but such an iconic track, isn't it, James?
Yeah, it really is. It really gives you... I just really like this circuit. Before we do go any further, can we have the map up? And that's enough.
Yes,
oh, Cromdex goes for a little spin. Another little twitch. Oh, Cromdex. It's not good as... Led now. Oh, 2 new drivers joined. 2 more drivers now joined. So we're now with a full 16, which is good.
Yes. We just had a few more drivers, a late entry, but luckily we're in practice, so they still will be able to count into the main event here. Silverstone GP, just one thing, I don't know if James you've realised, but if you haven't looked at the YouTube channel, we have actually hit 600 subscribers, so thank you very much everyone for subscribing and being with us.
Let me just
all the
check,
way
1 second.
to this point. What are you checking, James?
Yeah, sorry if it's a tiny bit fuzzy. It's the tiniest bit. It does. You can tell it's fuzzy just if you look close enough. Do apologise, but my internet is fine. It should be fine for the whole stream, but it might be a little bit of a different, little bit fuzzy with the background. When you see the car like closer to the camera, it's fine. But anyway,
But this weekend, well, this Thursday night, we actually have Gavra back in a few moments. Round 1 in what was it, Brands Hatch? He actually got himself a fantastic P5, which really did give him a few points there, as we see him driving off the track. I don't know who that was.
I think that's Cromdex again. Oh,
not a very good session, is he? But great to see Gavra back in the car this Thursday night, and hopefully he'll be able to score a few more points as well. Hopefully just waiting for the end of the lap.
Right, let me tell you. Sorry, keep talking. Sorry.
No, you go.
Do you want me to tell you the standings, or do you want?
Yes, please.
Okay then. So, sorry if I do sound completely different to last time we did stream, guys. I had to have a new microphone, so it might be a bit different. Do apologise. So it is. Tuned Beatles, the Porsche team, who are leading the championship on 81 points. That is Allo Champs and Flip Flip. It is, if you wondered who that is, just to say. Then we have ALGR, which is Hiker and ID4 in the Ford, who's next on 55 points. Right behind them is a Chevrolet of the ESR Chevrolet of ESR Andy and ESR Sind, 55 points. 36 then for the Huga racing team of Husa and Gavra, so they've took the first 2 letters of their names and put them together to make a racing team. Caraculo, if that's how you say it, a Ferrari team of Faster and Aguilera. They're next with 33 points. K-Morse led the Iron in their Porsche are next with 26. 24 points for the Ford of Lonnie and Marquis, I think that is, and then Cromdex and Boston Row on 0 points in the BMW. So going into the championship then, it is Flip Flip leading on 60 points from Sind on 34. That means flip flips on every single round, by the way. Faster is third on 33. Hijacker in fourth. ID4 in 5th, Lonnie 6th, Gavra 7th, Hello Champs 8th, 9th Andy, ESR Andy, 10th led the Iron, Husa is 11th, Kmos 12th, Boston Roy 13th, Marky 14th, Aguilera 15th, and Crom Dex 16th. And just to tell you who has come in the top 3, it has been Flip Flip won last round, won the first round. But Faster got pole, but Flip Flip got fastest lap, and last time out, Flip Flip got pole, Flip Flip got fast lap, and Flip Flip came first as well of the race.
Thank you very much, James. Obviously fantastic. Nice class there. If you want to go check them out yourself, links will be down in the description below to our website, and many other links to our Twitter, to Facebook, to our academy. So go check this out. Please have a look at a few comments. We've got Jukebox. Talk about mate. I see you every single week. Thank you very much for the wave. Hello. And exactly. Go Gavra. Did a fantastic race at Brands Hatch. I was hoping you could do a fantastic race at the Silverstone GTE. Currently we're seeing Hello Champs setting the pace so far, but I don't think that'll be the fastest. I reckon we're a little bit more faster because he just there's a bit of grip there. James, I don't know if you've ever been to the circuit in your lifetime, but this track is very difficult on the drivers because of all those high-speed areas. What do you think drivers be taking this? Just go as fast as hell, or just conserve their tyres, conserve their fuel, and really just have the better pace right at the end?
Well, I've only been to the circuit and saw 2 different circuits. So I've been to see a race at the National, the International, and the National. So I've not actually seen a race at the full GP circuit at the Silverstone. I have on like TV, but not in real life. And the National circuit, as you see, Sind going into the corner that I sat in for most of the day, and then because it was a qualifying day with 2 races at the end of the day, I sat on the start line straight as well. It was for the World Superbikes.
Oh yeah.
It was a qualifying day, but then we had 600s and 1000s for like their races at the end of the day. And yeah, it was really good to see the national circuit being used. We really did enjoy it. There, where we are now with Sin, just there, you turn and go down a longer straight, and then that takes you back to the start of that national bit. But yeah, really enjoyed it. Really thought it was really good fun. And yeah, you need to have a quicker car. To everyone who is here, you need to have a car that can get you around corners quickly. But at the same time, we don't want to go too quick into corners. As I learned in Magnussen Beckett at the weekend when I was in my F1 league, the weekend just gone. Magnussen Beckett is a corner where in F1 cars you go about maybe 5th or quite slow in it. You need to go maybe 3rd or 4th gear, not too quick, not too slow. And then in these cars, you're looking about 3rd, maybe 4th gear as well. Getting around in it, so it's tricky circuit, very tricky circuit, as we have 28 seconds to go the session. But yeah, it is very tricky, the circuit as a whole. It undulates
really
massively. The corners, every corner you're going different speeds. The only corner which I found out is you can go first. It's Abbey's corner 1 is just you can go flat out in corner 1 here and really go around that flat out in F1 cars. As the car comes to line now, I think this is Andy. Yes, it is. ESO Andy. Wow, that's a good lap from ESO Andy then. He popped himself up there to 11th. As we have one more car racing, which is Javier. Is that right? Javier.
I believe so.
Javier. Anyway, is he still going to stay out, or is he going to go into the pits? No, he's going to finish his lap then.
Let's see what lap he can do on his final run. Track at its best at the moment with the track evolution. He doesn't actually finish it. He doesn't have enough time to.
Well, hello to
so that's your practice section. That is your practice session over for the Silverstone GP. You've got Sind in the lead against Hello Champs and Boston Row, all separated by 0.8 of a second. The top 3, and then you can see mostly the top 7 are just separated by 0.5. So going to be a little bit of a battle for that midfield position, but definitely a fight right at the front. We'll see if Flip can get a little bit more pace. In the qualifying session, he's been like that all season long, so let's hope you can do a little bit more.
Yeah, can we have the map and the bottom bit up, if you know what the bottom bit is?
Yep.
That makes kind of no sense to people who are watching the stream here. Oh, as Gavra has left the station, there's something that probably Gavra didn't know. No, I mean the bottom bit. Yeah, I should really be doing that bit, and you should really be streaming, because you kind of know how to do that. Do you get the bottom bit I mean? That bit, there we go. There we go. The
That's
screen
all
was fine.
okay.
But yeah, Gavra's joined back now, so something must have been happening with Gavra that we didn't know about, or his internet must have gone a little bit, but he's back now, so hopefully he can qualify. But no, but
hopefully he can finish the race.
it's been all season, as you were alluding to. Flip's not been good in practice, but amazing in qualifying.
Yeah, it is. I don't know if he does any like race pace in qualifying. That would make a lot of sense, you know, just setting your benchmarks and then trying to go for a full proper lap. Just have to wait and see. These cars don't really want to be in the slipstream, so I don't know why they're just keeping in, you know, tucked in behind the other Porsche. You do not want the slipstream around the circuit because of the wake of the car in front and the loss of air resistance on the front. You really don't want it, and you'll just slide, such as going through Maggotts and Beckett and then going down through Chapel. You just lose so much, and it's really not worth your lap time. Yes, it's nicer going down the straights with slipstream, but it's not worth it at all, as we can see a little bit of Flip backing off a little bit, making sure he's got a gap. He's got too much of a gap as he speeds up a little bit now. But they're all quite close to each other, and he overtakes his teammate. Do we have to wait and see what lap time he can put in?
Yes, James Peters puts Hope Gavra does well and Allochams. So he's rooting for both of them today, which is a surprise, but he's voting for two. He's going for two drivers. Sorry if you can't really hear my voice tonight. I just watched listen to stream a little bit. It's a little bit muffled, my voice. Maybe it's because it's a bit of the side, not at the front like it used to be. The only problem is that my other microphone, which is a better quality mic and a better quality everything, cuts out every 10 minutes. So, not good.
Yeah, it sounds alright for me, but I can obviously see, you know, YouTube trying to pick up your voice and everything. But yeah, have to wait and see. People now on their lap times, you can see a few drivers burn a few lap times, but they're not competitive lap times. Boston Row, I don't know if that was just a glitchy outlap, because sometimes you can set your outlap as your actual lap. It's some weird glitch that we have in all games, such as Formula 1, such as Project Cars, such as Assassin's Creed, such as R-Factor. So it's just a tiny little glitch that we have, but it should be just okay, and obviously that time's not going to be competitive whatsoever, so we'll just have to wait and see. These cars, James, they're nothing like Formula 1 cars. Formula 1 cars can go around this track in about 1 minute 20s, you know, high 1 minute 20s, and just seeing these cars, they can actually still go around the track in under 2 minutes. It's just crazy how much of a difference there is from GTE to Formula 1.
Yeah, it is a big difference, as we know. We'll just see what Flip does here. We'll see what they do here, and then I can tell you the comparison of what F1 is compared to these. But I was watching a stream earlier, which is it was this game, and they're doing an endurance race, a 90-minute endurance, like we are for the game, which is of course for the channel Apex Racing, and their cars on theirs were GT1s. There's a car off in the wall, I think, or maybe just going off and just going into the pits. Yeah, just going into the pits anyway. It was a GT1 anyway, and they were doing 1 minute. They were doing 2 minute 20s, 2 minute 10s, and all that. So different to what we're saying. But F1 cars, do you know how fast they go onto F1? Or not?
They go high 1 minute 20s.
Yeah, so they're doing about. So it used to be 140s around here for race pace. So race pace is like 130, 135, I think it is. And qualifying pace, they're looking just 120s. I'll find out a time for you now from F1. We'll give you that now.
Because
I want to be sure.
A Formula 1 car around a lap of Silverstone.
There we go.
Is on full throttle for 90% of the lap. That is
Here we go.
incredible.
So for the winning lap, so the fastest lap, I don't know fast lap of the race, but Lewis Hamilton's best lap of the race is a 1:21.8 in race pace. So that tells you something.
1:21.8, that got me right. That is qualifying pace.
Well, it says 1:21.8. Oh, never mind, that's wrong. Sorry, never mind. Scrap what I'm saying. Let's have a look at Silverstone 2019, and I want to check times. Do we have a? Here we go. We'll find out a bit more information about it now on the F1 website. Sorry. So Lewis Hamilton's fastest time, right? If I can actually get the fastest times around here. No. Qualifying. Here we go. Result.
Well, we're just trying to find that.
Here we go.
Bottas does go fastest.
Yeah, Bottas's fastest time was a 1:25.0.
Yep.
For 125.093, and Lewis was a 125.099, which was really close. In the actual race, if you want to know, for fastest lap results, Lewis Hamilton got the fastest lap of 1:27.3.
Yeah.
So today,
so
it's quite different. So today we're expecting 1:41. I would expect about 1:50, 1:54, 1:55 fastest laps. I don't think actually, maybe not now. It looks like we're not going to get that, but in race pace we can definitely probably. Predictions? Any predictions for you?
I'm thinking 1:58, just because the cars will be heavy on fuel, their tyres will be wearing out. You know, track conditions change quite a lot during the race, so I think we'll be aiming for 1:58.
Fair enough then. Fair enough. I generally don't know. It's you can't really tell. I don't know, but hope we get some great racing. Gavra, if we look at Marquis joined back, but Gavra is not done a lap yet. Gavra says he's out on circuit but not done a lap. Why is that? I do not know, but we probably will head.
Maybe he's had a spin or something.
There we go. A 2 minutes 11 he's just done. So may not enjoy.
Not the that time.
He may not enjoy this circuit. If he gets top 3 today, we can talk to him, but I probably don't think he will get top 3. That's kind of saying something about Gavra. I don't think he will get top 3. You never know though. Gavra could get top 3. We'll root for him, but we don't know.
We do not know. I have to wait and see. Just get this back up. Yeah, we just have to wait and see what he can do in the race. I reckon he have good race pace throughout, and I hope he does, because last time out, well, in Brands Hatch, the first round, he did exceptionally well, just bringing the car home. It was a damaged car. He just brought home for a nice P5. Should we have a look at a few comments, James, while we're at the... Oh no, we've only got 50 seconds left in the session. Let's go have a look at comments after the session has finished. It's got 50 seconds left. We will be doing today, I haven't actually told James yet, we will be doing today Drive of the Day by James, Limited. 5 minutes before the end of the race, so you know we'll have quite a lot of time of racing to see who will become our Driver of the Day. So James, get your thinking cap on and pick your Driver of the Day when we get towards the moments.
Okay.
Gavra, can he put in a solid lap to even try to counter what he's trying to do at the moment? 2:11. Let's see if he can get underneath the 2 minutes. Qualify is now done, so this will be his final lap time. Let's see, he's heading up the final corner. He's going through club turn 18, heading onto the pit, the international pit straight, and he does go P15 still,
Right,
2 minute 1.2.
Let's have a look then at ESR who's in second then. Sind, what can he do? Can he improve? Flip's right behind him though, so well, Flip's still on a lap, so oh yeah, right behind him as we said. Well, not right behind him, but anyway, let's go to ESR and see if he can actually improve. He's the next one to cross the line.
So he's sending through Vale right now, turn 16, and then turn 17. The car wanting to stay in the right position, but unfortunately the driver wanting that grip from the rear, and he's just taking the car through onto the pit straight, and he will stay P2. That is his laps complete, and he's 3/10 behind Flip, and I reckon Flip can maybe get a better lap in here. Boston Road will go second place, while Flip will extend his lead by 3/10 of a second. Boston Road finishes in second, Flip first. Sind, Kamos Sind will be in third. Kamos at the moment, hopefully he can do something to probably help his teammate. He needs his teammate's help. I just have to wait and see as he heads down into another turn 16, turn 17 and turn 18 of club.
Oh,
And he's got a bit sideways and he can just see he hit the curb. He mounted that curb way too much, and he just didn't have any grip. And as you can see, led the iron, losing the rear of the car. Is that led the iron? Oh, yes. That's a good. So that is the qualifying session over here, the Silverstone GP with Flip rounding out pole position, and we've seen many times in this season already. Boston Row in second in the BMW, and ESR Sind in third in the Corvettes. It was quite an interesting qualified session there, James. What do you think of it?
It was surprising to me to see Boston Row and Quandex high up as they are. Andy in fourth, Quandex fifth, and then Javier sixth. I think that's going to be interesting. And then you look down the order, down near the bottom, as we can see here, Aguileta in 14th, which is a real surprise, and same with Kmors in 12th. Now I know that sounds like, oh, you're thinking they should be. They are. Last time's out, they were up there in like fifth or sixth. So they are doing not as good as they were last time. But
yeah.
Well, we are waiting a bit of time. So let me tell you. Then it's Allo Champs. 8th is ID4, and then we'll keep the rest. 8th is ID4. 9th is Lonnie. 10th is Led the Iron. Then it's Hijacker in 11th. 12th Kmos. 13th Husa. 14th Aguileta, and 15th Gavra. We have a comment just come through saying, "What is your favourite racing game ever?"
Difficult choice. I think I said it last time out. It's got to be F1 2016. It just brought a lot to the game that it was the predecessor before it. You know, it brought so much. It brought R&D. It actually brought the safety car back. It brought a brand new physics system. It brought a new team called Haas, and I think that was just one of my favourite ever games, and I completely played it forever and ever. What is yours, James?
I agree, but before we do, hello, Aaron Reezy, so AA Reezy, hello, and hello, ESR Chef. Welcome to you. But yeah, I'll keep read the comments if you want. Burton, we'll go back to Flip in a second just to see if we can see the start line, and you can talk us through the start. But I don't know. I really like that game, but I've got to say GT Gran Turismo 6. I really like that. For its time on PS3, it was brilliant. For when it came out, it was good. It's not a great game anymore, as you can tell. How old is this game then?
I can see your point. It was an absolutely fantastic game at the time, and it just made a lot of sense to motorsports enthusiasts.
Well, I've got the game in my hand as we speak, so I'm just going to find out when it actually came out. So give me 2 seconds on this.
Yeah. He's using Google, and we're gonna go to some red lights here for the start of the Silverstone GP.
2013, just to tell you, as we're green.
And it's all lights out and away we go. I cannot see anything, but it looks like Sins has got an absolutely fantastic start by Flip Flip, keeping P1 already heading down into turn 1 and heading down into turn 3 of Village. Let's head a bit further back as we see Led the Iron in the Porsche trying to make some moves with the Ferrari of Javier, trying to make some moves as well. He goes right into the rear of the BMW. The BMW's getting a kick up the arse. Into turn 4 of the loop. Let's head up towards Sins, where he's actually not too close to Flip Flip, so already a great start for Flip Flip in the Silverstone GP. As we have a look further back with Javier in the Ferrari trying to challenge the two Porsches going into turn number 6 of Brooklyn to head into turn 7 of Luffield. The tricky corner here, and then you've got Woodcote, which is very difficult to get an exit here because you want so much straight line speed heading up to Cops. Javier trying to make up some moves. The Ford behind, I believe, is Hijacker, able to make a move on the slow Porsche, who actually went quite wide into left field and just didn't have any traction. And who is that? That is
Led
the Iron. Oh, Led the Iron in the Porsche spinning. And who else is that? Kromdix in the BMW after fantastic P5 qualifying has now fallen down all the way to 14th place. So hopefully we'll be able to make up a few positions. But as we see Flip Flip and Sing quite close together on the hangar straight, but not close enough to heading down to Stowe to make an overtake here.
Is this
which
it?
have to ride on board with these two until the end. Very tricky part of the circuit here, trying to get on traction as fast as possible. Your rear tyres want to be lighting up. You can see he's just in the slipstream of Flip Flip heading down to turn 1 of Abbey, heading down into turn 3 of Village. Technically, that little curve there is turn 2 of Farm Curve. Just see, trying to hit that apex as much as possible, trying to get your car turned. You can see Flip Flip trying to take a wider line to swing the car and get a better acceleration, get a better boost onto the Wellington straight. But James, let's have a few words from you. How was that start for Flip Flip?
We still have the battle with Huser and K-Mos for 10th and 9th. Huser just got past K-Mos, so something must have happened as K-Mos looks like he's gone off the circuit there. It looks like he's going to give another car to overtake behind. Allo Champs, yes he does. Allo Champs flies past through, so if we head up back down to 10th quickly, and can we have the map on? But yeah, what a start as always. Sorry to be all of this. What a start as Marquis left the session. That's not good for him. I don't know where he was in this. He wasn't racing. Okay, Marquis was just watching. It looks like, but yeah, disappointment. But yeah, back to what you were saying, as the battle for the lead still potting up. What a start! What a start from everyone. Disappointed with Kromdex and Led the Iron. They were up there in the race, but could not keep it going, sadly. But yeah, just really good to see as they're battling away.
Yeah, it was a lot of shame for Kromdex after a fantastic qualifying session there, but sometimes that happens, and unfortunately it happens in the worst ways possible. It hurts you the most.
And just to tell you all as well, briefly, this is the last race before we go on a week break, so it's nice. It's good to get a week break in, but at the same time it's good to just do what some leagues do, and just do every race back to back, and then we have a long break at the end of like 3 weeks. But yeah, anyway.
Thank you very much for that, James. Just right here.
I'll just to tell you, one comment just come through from P.Fox saying ESR with a thumbs up.
Yes, ESR definitely getting a quite good start here.
So do you think that's ESR Fox, or whatever we had last season?
I believe so.
And then he was it him who then left halfway through?
Yes, for the surgery.
Yeah. So if that's him, then I hope you're okay now.
Just trying to do something quickly.
Okay, I'll talk there for a second. ID4 now all over the back of Boston Road, and then right behind him he has got Lonnie and Javier. Right behind him there, there's Lonnie now. What a move this will be if he can get it done down the historic start line, the national start line. He comes in now, and he's done it. Good move there from Lonnie. He knows what he's got to do. Jukebox goes. Afternoon, gents, with a laughing face. So I think he's trying to talk to somebody in the chat there. But anyway, back on with this we go, and it's he's tried something there. Has Lonnie, but he didn't make it stick because ID4 straight back through on Lonnie. There he is. The lead back has gone up to 1 second, so it's gone up again. But here goes Lonnie now on the opposite side of the circuit. He turns, and Lonnie's done. Wow, that's a move from Lonnie, which I never thought you would see. And then we have Javier and Javier, so we'll call him Javier for now, and Hijacker right behind him, so it's a four-way scrap here, and it just to me, sorry if there's all black screens on the screen as well, just to me it looks like we have a bit of a train.
Yes, we've got a little bit of train falling here between Boston Row all the way down to Hijacker in the yellow Ford. So quite nice racing already around the Silverstone track. I mean, last time out we didn't really get that much racing around Donington Park. But this one we definitely are getting some racing between, even for fourth place. And Hijacker going right to the back of Javier in the Ferrari. I think Javier would have a little bit of a disadvantage going down the straight because he couldn't get that traction down as soon as possible. You could just see Hijacker right in the slipstream of Javier as he turned down into turn 6 of Brooklands. Oh, the Hijacker trying to go for the move. He could probably just. Oh, and there's a driver around. There is a driver around. Boston Row is round in the BMW. We're going to continue with this battle here between Hijacker and Javier. Sorry if you butcher names, but we're not geniuses. Hijacker side by side with Javier going down into turn 9 of Cops. He just can't get around the outside. Hasn't got the downforce levels, but will have a little bit more better traction out of the exit of Cops. Macus and Beckett still be in death sentence if he wants to have a go into there, and he doesn't. He doesn't have that grip on the front of the car. Oh, and there's two other cars going round and round and round. I don't know who the hell that was. But who is it? Who was the two?
It was Lonnie, and that was it. An ID4.
That was it. ID4. They didn't really lose too much, but they did lose something. And that actually promotes Javier and Hijacker all the way up into 4th and 5th place, which they were actually 7th and 8th, so they gained some places there for a little bit of scrap between the two Fords, but Hijacker just breathing down the rear diffuser of Javier, turn 1 into Abbey, heading down to turn 3 of Village. So really good racing so far, James. Do you think we can expect this for the rest of the race?
No. Brutally honest, I think we're going to see this. I'm going to say this honestly, and I know I'm not really that honest normally, but I'm going to be honest today. I think we're going to get. I'm too brutally honest. Sorry, I'm just going to clear out. I'm too brutally honest. If I say what I think sometimes, but no. I think we're going to get at least until about an hour so about 30 minutes of solid, really good racing, then a bit of a break, and then with the last 25 minutes we're going to get again a lot of good racing. So I think it's just that. I really should just leave the chat that's just keep popping up. Sorry if there's all these black boxes popping up. I do apologise. But yeah, we've got a comment just come through. Well, this came through earlier. I answered and I said that the game Gran Turismo 6 came out in 2013. Really good game. And we asked you the question. We didn't ask the question, but he said, "What is your best car you like to race in, single seater or other car?" So I think he means on this game, and that was from Damien Johnson. Which cars do you like, single seaters or not? If you had to choose one to race in.
That's a really difficult question because I like, you know, obviously Formula 1 cars, you know, the Lotus 98T, or I like the Porsche 962C. That's a very difficult choice, 962C or the Lotus 98T. Very hard choice. What about you, James?
Well, I might have to blue screen this for 2 seconds just to leave that session, leave that party. Oh, I won't though. No, my favourite, I don't know, I don't know. Oh, here he goes, Hijacker, can he make it through? He tries, side by side they go, and Javier here is not going to be happy if Hijacker can get through. And Hijacker touches Javier and makes himself go wide, but can't make it through. And he stays in the position as Husa right in the back of the field now. He's about to cross the line. Husa is just started getting slapped, so this is not good to see. For me, back to what you were saying, Ethan. Totally agree with you, but I've got to disagree at the slightest bit as well. So on this game, for GT cars, right? If it had to be a GT car, it'd be a KTM GT4.
Okay.
That sounds really interesting. You're thinking, oh my god, why are you choosing that? But that formula on this game has to be the Formula C's.
Oh yeah, those are quite good cars.
They are very nimble, and I really like them. And the normal car, if I had to pick a normal one, I just I don't know. If you just had to pick any other car, it's hard. But I like the BMWs in the GT. I like the BMWs, which are the historic touring cars.
Those would be very nice cars to drive, especially over a long distance, because you really feel alive in those cars, don't you?
Yeah, you do. But yeah, we'll just talk about this now. We hardly have any battles really in this field. We do have a battle further down, which is Boston Row,
and Lead the Iron.
No, Lead the Iron and Claymore, sorry.
Oh yes, it is. My fault.
No, it's fine. You continue with it.
Sure. As them two are scrapping away. They're both the Porsches, obviously same car, same performance, same everything. But the Iron just getting a better line out of turn 4 there of the loop and heading down the Wellington Straight now. And Claymore will have better slipstream. Maybe a little bit. I don't know if you saw that, James, but he had his brake lights on. He kept on pressing on his brakes. I don't know if that's a fault, because I know, you know, pedal wheels have been having faults recently, especially with such as the G29s. When you press on the throttle, your brakes activate for no reason. So I don't know if he's having technical issues there, but we'll just have to wait and see, unless it's just out of frustration. But they're still having a little bit of a battle, and I think Lead the Iron will keep the position.
Yes, you will. We have a comment just come through from James Peters again, saying, when will the next 24-hour simulation race be, guys?
No clue at the moment. Won't Gavra be setting up one soon for next season?
I don't know. If you're thinking what I'm thinking, you're saying, I have no idea if we're going to do another Spa where we do like a 2-hour race and it's like half an hour of that race is in the dark. I don't know. But what I would love to see Gavra do, which I think he should do, and I think Gavra, if you're listening to us, write this down, because this should be good. I think you should do a 24 hours just like not LMPs and GT. If you do it, or do a big race like a 6 hours, right? And I'll happily commentate it when I'm on holiday. So do this after the season finishes. So in the Christmas half term, right? Do a 6-hour race, which is as the following. Which is what I want to do: GTs and one other car category, and you race them for say 4 or 5 hours at Silverstone or Spa or one circuit in this game. And that would be what I'd like a endurance race, but that it's longer than 90 minutes. So it's like your LMP1 series, but it's not LMP1s, it's like a longer distance car. It's like GTs or GTs and say TC Historics or TC Nowadays or TC Nowadays and Porsches, just Porsches, and race them for that long. That's what I would like to see anyway, but you never know if it will happen.
Yeah, I think, like, if we do, I don't know if anyone else knows, but they did it in an update, a free update for the whole game. They did these upgraded Challenger Ferraris. I can't remember what they're called. I think they're called 488 Challenger Ferraris. I think that's what they're called. But I think that would be a fantastic series.
Yeah. Do you have the add-ons on this game or not?
Yes.
Okay, because I don't have any add-ons, so that could be.
Oh really? I thought it was a free update.
No, I mean the updates that you automatically get. I get them, but like I haven't paid for any of the new stuff on the game. Have you?
Yeah, I've bought everything. Le Mans, Fun Start Pack.
Right, we've got. By the way, we have battles coming up. Right behind these, K-Morse is broken a little bit further back. So if you can just go on K-Morse and Boston Road's battle, because they're side by side at the moment in the background. Ethan, can you do that?
Yep. Sorry, my controller went a little bit.
Do you wanna do it? Oh, Boston Road's already got through. Never mind.
You have a go. You have a go.
Never mind. Boston Road's got through. I don't know. Oh no, he hasn't. But what about? Oh, K-Morse. Oh, K-Morse. That's dirty. That's dirty play. And now he lets Krondex get into the battle, and Krondex trying to get through. Comments all coming through. The 5th of October is the next LMP1.
There's a huge crash. There is a huge crash.
Oh, Boston Road spin.
It is Boston Road and K-Morse. I don't know what happened there. Boston Road just getting a little bit furious with K-Morse, and he just went for it. Went right down the inside and completely smashed with the left side of K-Morse. I don't know if he has any damage on that side of the car, but now he's substituted to Krondex, which is right in a slipstream. And now going through cops here. What a crash. That was something. He just kept on going and going and going. He wasn't aiming to turn for the corner at all.
Why would you try that? Krondex tried just into the start of Maggie and Beckett to get past K-Morse, which is not going to do. AA Reezy, so Aaron Reezy says 5th October is the next LMP1 endurance race, which is 72 laps of Spa.
Well, they're going to cut you short there, James. It's going to be Krondex going up into 10th place here, heading down into turn 15 of Stowe, and I believe there's someone else joining in this battle.
Yes, ID4.
Krondex has been actually pushed out, and ID4 is challenging both Porsche and BMW there. ID4 getting a lot of time, and Krondex still in P11, and we're back into another lap. We've already had about 19 minutes we've had of this race, and what's the start of the race we've had so far?
Yeah, we've had a great start, but the problem is, and I'll tell you this now, if you can go on to the bit that shows you the timing, because we've had a problem. The ESR boys both have penalties, so it'll probably be just 1 to 2 seconds worth. But Flip is now 4 seconds away from the ESR boy. Yeah, they're 1 second, okay. That makes a total amount of sense, but ESR, look at that, ESR Sind is 3 seconds behind Flip. So Flip technically is automatically nearly won this race, would you say? Or it's pulling away, it's breaking away, I'll say.
He's pulling away quite a bit now.
But there you go, thank you for that. Defenders, we've got the battle still going on here, and it looks like ID4 going to get past K-Morse pretty easily. Will he manage to try and get through? Sorry if I'm rambling on too much tonight. I've been bored all day, so this is something just to do. So. bored of college work. I've not been at college, but we had lots of work to do, so...
Not good. Not good.
But anyway, you look at it, you see it as... we're looking on board from Cromdex's view as ID4 now trying to get past K-Morse, as Cromdex makes a little twitch there, but just keeps it going. But Cromdex now is looking like he's only about 0.5 behind Bottom Rowers. Here goes ID4 then on K-Morse. Will he get him on the outside? He does. ID4 has got past K-Morse with a lovely move. If you saw that, if you didn't see that, he was on the outside of the corner. He sweeps around the outside and gets through, and they're still side by side. But ID4 has the inside for the next corner and can put the throttle down because ID4 has a quicker car than K-Morse. And technically he does, and he's through.
And he is through, and he's just got that straight line speed in that form.
I'll let you carry on. I'm just going to quickly get a drink. So.
Sure. Absolutely fine. I think we also have another battle with Lonnie and Allo Champs. Second separates them for 6th place. Let's just run through your leader at the moment, see how he's coping in the nice Porsche going through Meccas and Beckets right now. Sin 4 seconds behind, and I believe what it is, ESR Andy 13 seconds behind. So yeah, please, yep, just feel free to ask any questions in the description, in the comment section. You can go check out all of our social media, all of our. You can go check out our website. If you'd like to subscribe and hit the bell icon, feel free to. We just hit 600 subscribers, so thank you very much everyone for doing that. I've been a real big help. It wasn't without you. We've had the fastest lap at the moment, set by Sins. Which I believe was for this race. Something's going a bit wrong with the race feed, I believe, but yeah, we have to carry on. But yeah, I don't know if you know, but we've just finished off all our evaluation races for Formula 1. So if you want to go see me next week in the Formula 1 car, you can subscribe, turn on notifications, and you'll be noted when the stream will go live for the Formula 1 season. I don't know where we start first. I will just check it out for you. I don't know if the calendar's been updated or not. Last time I was on there, it was on last week's last time, so hopefully it's been updated a little bit. I'll try and get that for you, but you can always go check it out for yourself on our website, which will be linked down in the description below. If you have a look at the calendar, no, I do not believe it's been updated. I think that's the old calendar, so we just have to wait and see what the calendar will be looking like. I don't know if anyone below know what the calendar is. Personally, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. If I can go get my... Where is it? There it is. But yeah, Flip leading the race so far. He's leading the World Championships. He's won, technically, well, not technically, he's won 3 rounds. He won pre-season, he won round 1, and he won round 2. So round 3 and heading into the end of the first leg is absolutely fantastic for him, and a fantastic start for him the season. But if you remember, we saw likes of Fox and Sind winning in the Lamborghinis in the GT3s last year, and then they completely lost it towards the mid-stage where Kiwis like that in the Audi, and Allo Champs really did start to fight, and you never know, that could happen in this season. And he's definitely not world champion this race weekend. He's definitely not. I have to wait and see. He'd just be extending his gap really. Next week, well, not next week, in 2 weeks time actually, we will be at the Hockenheim Classic Circus. Actually a classic track which I love, I believe James loves, and I think everyone loves a nice classic track. Hockenheim, I think, is a lot better than today's Hockenheim tracks in my opinion, but obviously for safety reasons I'll have to go for the new Hockenheim, which I don't agree with, but we won't delve in that a little bit too much, so please send in all your questions, queries. We'll be the best to answer them. We have Sam Scott. Hello Sam. You're always a comment every single week, even I believe it was GT3s as well, so thank you very much for returning. I believe we have James. James, you back? No, I do not believe he is back. Right, so, have we got any battles on the track currently? Let's have a look.
Hello, I'm
I
back
believe
now.
there's an Anna Champs. Hello, James, how was you?
Fine, I'm back. I'm better now because I've just had a drink.
Absolutely lovely. Right, just have a drink myself. Right, so Anna Champs is hopefully be able to make a move on Andy after he's losing quite a lot of positions to Javier and Hijack. Do you remember, James, these Javier and Hijacker were battling for 8th a few laps ago, and now they're up into 3rd and 4th. What's going on? It's just they've just completely turned their race around for the best.
Yeah,
There's no pit stops yet, and they've just done the best.
They have. Anna Champs and the Irons have closed. Well, they were closed up, but they're not anymore. Yeah, I'm surprised. I thought they'd be down. They started quite far down. I was surprised that they started far down, but credit where credit's due. Up they've come to this position. You don't physically, just to say, you don't physically have to do a pit stop in this league, but people do pit stops because they put the least amount of fuel in to start with to just get them going and get them racing, and that's what you want to see. The only person who could be lapped is Husa. He's now heading across the national start line, so the historic start line as the leader is heading into 3 corners before him. We have a comment from the person you just talked about again, Sam Scott, saying, what happened in the first part of the season, guys? But I live, so must be B, but I love the classic track, and why is Flip Flip doing so well?
Sorry, pause there.
And then he says, why can no one stop him? So, yeah, I'm thinking about that myself. I'll ask your opinion in a second, Ethan. Why do you think that Flip Flip's unbeatable? Because, to be honest with me, I think there are drivers here who are quick enough to beat Flip Flip. Maybe Flip Flip has put so many hours into this game, that he's pushing so many hours in that he wants to put so much return out, and he wants to win every single round of this championship. But I doubt it.
Yeah.
He's the only person. He's the only well, he's not the only person, but he's one of the. There's only 2 people in this whole entire race who put less than 1 minute laps in. Is that right? Yes.
Yes. You see, whenever I, wanted to make myself ever better, such as Formula 1 or the F1 games, once I got a steering wheel, I always practice and try to make myself a little bit more better. And at a point when you keep on going, you actually at your peak, and your peak performance that you can possibly go. And I think Flip Flip is at his peak right now. He's very good at reactions. He's very good at taking corner. He can memorise which corner to take, and how and which braking point. So really, he can do that so well, and he can just translate it. That's what Formula 1 teams and GT teams pay for. They want a driver who's got talent and skill, and who can do things multitasking. And Flip Flip's got that. I'm not saying that he'll become the next Senna or Michael Schumacher or Lewis Hamilton. I'm just saying that he's a very good driver, and he does good at what he does.
I'm going to ask you, because I know he's winning by 6 seconds now, which is not a big margin. Don't get me wrong, that's not a big margin. But do you think he's good enough, as they both spin, ESO Andy and Hijacker? Do you think that they're both that he's ready for esports kind of divisions, like the AORs, the kinds of leagues, or not? As Jukebox and puts Flip Flip is an alien.
Because I know that we were spoken. I was speaking to Flip Flip, and he says that he doesn't actually use really a setup. He may change a few things, but he doesn't actually really use a setup. And if he did actually have a setup, he would go much more quicker in qualifying and in the race. So I think he is ready for esports. I think The only thing he's got to concentrate is how to set up the car to the way he wants it, how to make the most time up, and really just try and make himself better with that. And if he can, he's ready for AOR and esports and everything like that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think he's good enough at esports. I know we talked about loads of this. I'd say last season I thought ESR Cindy was good enough at esports, and then you look at this season and maybe he's just had a setback down to earth and just a realisation that you're quick in a GT3 car but not in a GTE car.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's a realisation. As if I didn't already say this, Jukebox says Flip is an alien. So if you didn't hear that earlier, I think I said that a second ago. But if you didn't hear that, I'm just going to tell you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's just I would love to have seen Kiwi Lazad in this championship season in the GTEs, because we can compare his pace, we can compare Sin's pace to what we had in GT3s, and these cars are not too much different. I think the only difference is that they have a little bit more bigger engine. I mean, in horsepower. They have a huge rear diffuser, and they have a bigger fuel tank for endurance races. That's what it means, you know, Grand Touring endurance. So there's not too many differences with these cars, but Sint is not leading this championship, and he won't be at this rate.
No, but the one thing that I've got to consider about is Kiwi Lad actually doing any races, or is he in this championship anymore? Is he left or not?
I believe he has left. I don't know if he's doing anything else for Gavra. I've not checked, but you know, I would love to have seen him in this GT season. I don't know if you would as well, but I would love to see him in this championship.
Yeah, I would love to. I don't think he's even. I'll have a check now, but we've got battle on, so I'll let you continue with that.
Yeah, it's between Cromdix and Kamos having a spin on the, I think it was third lap at Silverstone GP at Cops. Cromdix, you know, he had a fantastic qualifying session, qualified P5, but unfortunately he's all the way down in P10 and now battling with Kamos, which he might become P11 very, very shortly.
Just to tell you all, we've hit the hour mark, so as Cromdix spins again. So how do you assess the first half an hour there?
Pardon?
We've hit the hour mark, so we've had under an hour now. How do you think the first 30 minutes this race went?
It's gone very well. Pepper's done what he came here to do, you know, extend his lead right at the start of the race. I think Sin also had a fantastic start of the race, getting off the line. I don't know if anyone else saw that. He got off the line quite quickly, which really did benefit him, getting past, I believe, who was next to him. I can't remember who was next to him, but yeah, it definitely really did help him, and unfortunately didn't manage to, you know, take any chances going down to turn one. But for great start, you know, great middle stint here now, and when it gets to pit stop phases, that'll really decide if he will be fast on a new set of tyres, maybe a new fuel, you know, whole fuel tank of fuel. We're just going to have to wait and see, or will he just extend his lead, and obviously extend his lead in the World Championship?
Yeah, I'm just looking. I don't know. I don't think Kiwi Lad has been on the line for ages. So, anyway.
I remember last year we had quite a few drivers live streaming. Unfortunately, I don't think we have that this year. So we don't really have that opportunity to make sure we look at like every single driver to make sure to see their perspective of what happened, such as a crash or whatever, something towards those lines. But if we just have a look on board with Gavra, unfortunately down in P11. If anyone can remember round 1 at Brands Hatch GP, finishing a lovely P5. He wasn't here last week, and he's back this week.
Oh yes,
Race
I remember
P11.
that.
So unfortunately, not the best race. You know, this is a very long race to go. There's still an hour to go. So, you know, he needs to keep his head down. Make sure he doesn't run any effort. Make sure he doesn't get any penalties. Make sure he doesn't get any damage on his car, and just stay calm.
Yeah. By the way, just can we go to first quickly? I know this may be flip for a brief second, because there he is. Just to say, that if you can see the camera shot we're going to have next, going into the just there is Boston Rowe, who's last, and Hooser's in the pit, so Hooser will be lapped. Yeah, so Hooser will be lapped this next time, so. So yeah, it's going to be quite tricky, I think, for him to get unlapped or even get any points today.
Yeah, it's a long road. It's a long road back to points now, so yeah, it's not really gone too well for him so far in this race. Hopefully he'll be able to get it. Hopefully he'll be able to get flip in the post-race sorry, I've got hiccups. Interviews. Should be able to get a few more drivers as well, hopefully. We should be all good for that. So, just to let everyone know, well, James, really to let you know, we've got about 15 minutes left until James does Drive of the Day with James Limited.
Yeah,
get ready. Looking forward to that. Also put in the comments who you think your Drive of the Day was.
Do you remember the race we did round 9 of the GT League? Do you remember that race we did at the at Hockenheim in the pouring down rain?
Yes.
Because I can see I'm watching Kira Ladlad's point of view, right? So it just pops up on my phone that do you remember this? And it's Cindy in the lead and Kira Ladlad second, and they're going to go side by side, and Kira Ladlad gets through. So very wet that race was, and that was the last thing he put on his YouTube channel, by the way. I was one curious to tell you.
Oh, this is quite relaxing now, just everyone just resting, you know, just keeping their position. Everyone's jockeyed for position now. Now at this point where all the drivers are just being sensible, they're just being calm, they're not making any stupid decisions because they're thinking about minute 10 instead of hour 1. Which in my mind I always do. I think, you know, don't take risks on that one, because 27 laps later I won't be there, and because I took that risk. So, you know, you got to take that into account for all drivers.
Did you race this Tuesday then for the
yes, I did.
F1? How did you get on there?
I qualified P4.
Yes.
And then I was the same lobby as Play Dutchy, so he's very, very fast driver. I've known him from previous leagues. He's a very, very fast driver, a person to take really, really seriously into a championship. Luckily, there was a huge crash on turn 3 and 4, so I managed to get past by an inch without being taken out, and then it was literally just that for the rest of the race. I couldn't keep up with Play Dutchy's pace because my rear tyres were overheated, so he just went, and then people behind me had front wing damage, had punctures, they even crashed, so it was just the most boring race I've ever experienced. And the week before in Spain, we had me and Aguilera batting out for first place, and it was absolutely fantastic. But then Play Dutchy, I wish I could just swear, but
you can if you want. If you want.
Off. No, I'll just say beat off.
Fudge off. Fudge off.
Yeah, that'll do. But yeah, it was alright. But I do not know where we are for round 1 because that's all the evaluation races done now.
Do you want me to tell you where you are?
No, I've actually looked at the website. There's actually nothing on there at the moment.
Let me have a look.
So, literally there's nothing on there.
Yeah, I know. I'm just checking if there. I'm just being. No, is this a sign? Oh, there is. There is. I've got them.
Oh, you're gonna kill myself. No, you're probably thinking of last season's.
What? Did you do Australia, Bahrain, Brazil, Azerbaijan, Great Britain?
Does it say? What does the month say? The 5th.
What? Pardon?
The month is the month the 5th or not?
Ah, yeah. Never mind. Yeah. Who won that championship then? Who won that? So
I do not know.
Last year's F1. Let's get the standings up because I think we need some standing recognition on there. Red 15 won. Gavra came 8th. Where did Fanta came 10th? Good old Fanta. And Play Duchy came 12th. Just to tell you, Play Duchy came 12th last year. Anyway, back on with this race we go.
Yeah, I think he joined quite late, but I know from previous, leagues he's a very fast driver and he's very consistent as well.
Hello, champs. Do you think
so hopefully we'll see him.
Sorry.
But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. It's going to be a difficult season because Aguilera played Daci. Hopefully, should be able to challenge for the championship. But yeah, it should be a good season though. I think everyone should tune into it. So please subscribe, turn on that bell notification. You'll be notified when that is on. But we were just watching LO Champs and Hijack at the moment, going through turn 16 of Vale. What's going on? My phone's blowing up. LO Champs just losing a little bit of time through there. What's going on with my phone? But yeah, 5th place for LO Champs. Hijack right in front of him. Lonnie in 3rd place with Javier, who was in 8th, is now in 2nd. As we just see both the one of the ESR boys is now into the pits.
It's Sind. He's out now. He's out now. He heads up to corner 2. That little straight there from the exit of the pits to that corner there. I'll explain what happened now for you. So, I did an F1 race on Sunday, and I started in a brilliant position. I started 16th out of 17. So I came, because I'm not very quick by the way, I came up that straight. That little tunnel straight, and as I came up there was 2 cars spun, bang, straight into the side of 2 cars, and that was my race done after 2 corners.
Yeah,
terrible race.
That's just a kick in the balls, really.
Yes, it is. And Jack, and again, hello, Jack Williams. Sorry, Jack Williams. Sorry if I butchered. Sorry, why did I butcher your name? Who you supporting in F1, and what is your favourite thing about GTE cars? So F1.
I support either the bromance at McLaren, but mainly I'm a Ferrari boy. Absolutely love Ferrari.
Okay, fair enough. If you want to know who
Obviously,
I am,
the current pace going out with the 3 wins in a row is going quite good, to be honest. But obviously, this is just leading up to being disappointed at Russia, just to kick in the bollocks, really. So,
what is your favourite driver then?
My favourite driver, it has to be. It's either between Charles Leclerc,
Mhm.
Vettel, or Lando.
Well, just to tell you, Gavra's just been lapped, so
Shame for Gavra.
yeah. My favourite.
Can we get F in the chat for Gavra, please? And then we'll have James's comments. So James, who do you support?
As you said that, Jack Williams has now put F in the chat, so that's just. Anyway, who do I support? I've always liked a bit of Danny Rick, a big Danny Rick.
Oh no! Get out!
Gotta love a bit of Danny Rick. Quality driver, quality banter, really good driver. So Danny Rick is a driver that I really like. If you had to bromance, everyone likes the bromance at McLaren. It's a quality bromance. Really good. Like the McLaren bromance, everyone does. But yeah, Danny Rick and Max Verstappen, they're the two I like. Max Verstappen can be a bit arrogant, I can understand that. Maybe Albon, he's getting a bit better. There's been some news leaked today. Okay, guys.
What's the latest news?
About F1 2020. Okay?
You're joking.
Okay, there's been some news confirmed for F1 2020, okay? And they are having F2s still in that game, right?
Yes.
And the news was released today that Correa and Hubert will be in the F1 2020 game. So Hubert, who died, he will be a driver, and Correa, because he's not dead yet, but he's got like leg problems. Pardon me. They released at the weekend that he's taken out of a coma, but he's got leg-threatening injuries which could still kill him. They will both be in the game.
Oh my God!
Do you think that's a good idea or not?
It's a bit. Hubert. Yeah, it's very difficult. That is very difficult.
Somebody made a good point though about it, saying that quickly to put over you that if somebody died, can't be in a game, right? Then why is Ayrton Senna in the this F1 game when Hubert can't be in the next one? Hubert is in it for his legacy, I think they're trying to make it. Do you agree or not?
Yeah. You know, Hubert was absolutely fantastic. I unfortunately wasn't able to get into Formula 1. But I think he would have been. But just because of how many drivers there are, how many youngsters there are, how many, experienced drivers there are, it's just impossible to get in Formula 1. I think he was at the point at the wrong time. So, fantastic driver. It's a bit, because it's lovely to see, they want to continue his, legacy and everything, but I think some things just have to be left alone. I think things, you should obviously have a part in it to say, Hubert's legacy and everything, is a fantastic young driver, but yeah, I don't know how they're going to do it, but hopefully they can do it right. That's all I'm asking. What about you?
Yeah, I agree with you completely. I think it is a good time to have Hubert in the car, and it's a good time to have Hubert in the race. It's a good time to have him in the game as well. But it's a good time to have him in the game to say, yes, he was a F2 driver, he's a great legacy to have him in the game, but it's a bit annoying, really, it is as well. He shouldn't really be in the game yet. I think they should do like a patch halfway through and add him in halfway through the game.
Yeah.
But they've done what they've done now, so they can't take it back. And by the way, 9 seconds behind the leader. So the leader of the moment, by the way, it's not Flip, it's Hijacker. Yay, not Flip leading.
Flip is not leading. That is.
Let me just find out what it was that I need to give the information out. We may be copyrighted for this, so I'm not actually gonna get the paddock pass that I'm gonna watch right now. But yeah, just give me 1 second. I'm getting a paddock pass up, so don't need to watch this.
Yes, that'll be fine.
You carry on.
For me to second place, took a pit stop. My race feed is not actually working, so
Eating your
not very useful right now, but we have to wait. So yeah, ask us any questions in the chat if you would like, your inquiries or anything, your concerns. Just put them in the description. We can ask them as to our best ability as possible. We always like questions, me and James. Gives us something nice to do. But yeah, it's quite nice. 6 people watching right now. It's going pretty well, I think.
Listen to this, listen to this. Here we go, here we go, here we go. If we get copyrighted, I do apologise, guys, but here we go.
There, but also the hospitalisation of Manuel Correa. We have got some news for you overnight. We want to give that to you now. If you haven't already seen the news, he has been taken out of his induced coma following that Formula 2 crash at Spa-Francorchamps. However, doctors have cautioned he's still in a race against time with regards to his leg injury sustained in that accident. Of course, everybody in this paddock.
So that pretty much meant that Correa has been taken out of a coma, but the hospital was saying because of his bad leg, he's in life-threatening injury still. Everyone.
That's a shame. That's a real big shame. I mean, then the week after we got the Formula 3 race where vertical just flew.
Yes, we did, and there was a bit of controversy. I think people got banned, and some streams were taken down, and pretty much, I think it was some people went to, I don't know what it was, but do you know, loads of streams the week after were all praying for Hubert and all like RIP Hubert, as we were. Yeah. A few channels, F1 came out with a statement saying, please don't all of you keep going on about Hubert. Like, there was, not F1 themselves, but somebody made a comment saying, please don't go on about Hubert, and like slating people about Hubert. I'm thinking, it's a bit late on that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little bit too late.
It was like, no, he's dead, I know, but people were like really upset that people were still going on about it, like nearly a week after. But anyway, back on with this race, and Flip is closing the gap. It was 9 seconds, it's now 7.
Yeah, it is closing the gap quite rapidly as well. We still have about 37 minutes left in this Silverstone GP, the final race before the end of the first leg, and then we have a 1 week break, which me and James are probably quite looking forward to. A nice little bit of a break.
No.
No. No.
No, I have to do more college work then, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
So yeah.
Bloody college, yeah.
I still have lots to do. I'm on a. If you don't know what course I'm on, everyone, I'm just gonna tell you a little bit. I'm on a course right now, which it's called Creative Media. So it's a lot of filming, editing, lots of paperwork. It's like you do 2 weeks of paperwork, then you film for a week, then you edit for a week, then you do a week of paperwork, then you finish. That's each unit pretty much, and it's really good. Don't get me wrong, the paperwork at the front to the start is sickening. I still haven't finished it yet, and I've got to finish it by Monday. Yeah. And then we're filming next week and editing, and it's really bad because we've got to use like Photoshop, Premiere Pro, and all of that kind of stuff. So, yeah. Yeah. Which I'm gonna get at home soon. I'm gonna get a laptop or PC and put it on and do all it on that. So yeah. But
it's not the easiest to learn those things such as Premiere Pro.
Nope.
I don't know if you've used After Effects or anything like that.
Yes.
I would have thought you used the Media Encoder by now, because that is mainly the one. It's like you can use it to render one video and then go edit another video. So yeah, I'm pretty sure you used all those by now, because you are taking that. you're taking a media course. I don't know what that I'm going to take. Probably IT technician. Maybe that. I'm a bit, you know, I'm a bit educated with computers, with servers, with internet, with all that. So, you know, I might take that, but you never know. I can completely change within like that.
Yeah, because you said you wanted to do something completely different. I can't remember what it was now. You wanted to be like was it a professional commentator or something? I can't remember.
Journalist, I believe it
was
was.
it? A journalist slash sports reporter.
Yeah, that was like one of those things that would be quite nice to do in my life, but yeah.
The gap's gone down to 4.8 seconds, so we are looking like Flip Flip's closing it in. If he doesn't win today, it'll be the first non-winner of the season that Flip Flip's had.
Yes.
We have a battle.
I believe Flip Flip. Did Flip Flip? Did he pit?
Yes,
or
he has.
Was that just? Oh, so it is. Hijacker's just gonna go right to the end.
By the way, we've got, just as we're looking at, we've got ESR, Andy and Kamos nose to tail, and then we've got Lonnie right behind them. So Lonnie looks quicker than all of them with lap times. Over to you then for this. I'll let you do this one, and I'll shut up because I need to do something.
So Lonnie in the Ford gets a good line out of turn 8 of Woodcote, heading down to turn 9 of Cobbs, going down the national pit straight, not the international. This is the national. Turn 9, quite a difficult one because you have to brake a little bit, but not too much. Heading down straight into turn 10, turn 11, turn 12. And then turn 13 of Maggots, Beckett, then turn 14 of Chapel, and then we'll be heading onto the Hangar Straight. Keep your foot to the floor here to keep your minimum speed up and to get a better acceleration going through there. And he's riding the slipstream. He's gaining. Will he be able to will he be bold to make a move? No, he will not, going through Stowe. Although Kamos was a little bit, hesitant getting out of that corner, which was quite surprising. I believe that is where is he? That is Kamos into the pits already. Well, about 32 minutes to go. We got Flip about 2.3 seconds behind Hijacker. That gap was 7 seconds at one point. It's now 2 point. It's now 2 seconds. That is just absolutely crazy. Not too far apart already. But he's already gained just about 3/10 in Maggots and Maggots. So I don't know if it's new tyres or he's just confident going through those now. But he's gaining a lot of time. Hijacker got his windscreen wipers going. I don't know if you see it on screen, but Hijacker's actually got his windscreen wipers going for some apparent reason.
He looks quick enough to win this one.
He really does.
Can we just go on board and check the weather? I think it's sunny, but just...
It is. It's completely sunny. You can see it's getting a little bit darker now because it's that cycle of time.
Yeah. By the way, I think the time's on like +3 or 5. So this way started at 2 o'clock. This way it's probably finished about 5, 6. So maybe even 7. So yeah.
So I reckon. Do we have Hijackers tonight? Yeah, we do, don't we?
You're on board with Hijacker. Hijacker of no. Yeah, Hijacker you're on board with.
Oh my god, I am. I was thinking of people to invite after the race, so I think I will invite Flip, Hijacker, ID4. I think that'll be it. I think I'll just invite those 3. Yeah, I'll invite those 3 and get their words after the race. See how Hijacker felt while leading the race for a little while. in front of Flip Flip. Oh my god, so actually beating Flip Flip.
What? Never mind.
Yeah, never mind, you're a little bit late to the scene there. But you could just see, I don't know if people remember that the last lap we had, Flip Flip was 1.7 seconds back. He's now 1.1. So, you know, he's going quite well. So I've got a few comments. Jack Williams saying, go Flip Flip. He's going so far and he's catching up to Hijacker. Fair League Racing F1. Hi Cadwell, how are you this week? Gavra, you put on the great show. Watch our F1 race on the weekend. No plugging in the chat, please. No plug in the chat, please. But yeah, I think you got your mates there. James.
Oh well, whoever you are, whoever's on that account tonight, hello.
Fair League Racing.
Yeah, whoever's on that account tonight, hello.
Fair.
Whoever you are, yeah. Just to explain to all of, you who don't know. So far, you can hear whistling of the microphone quite a lot tonight. Fair League is not a fair league. It's a league where it's called Fair League because back in the day when it started, it was a fair league where there was like 12 racers, all clean racing. Now it's 30 racers, not all clean, and all of that. It's just not that clean. But here we goes then. Is K North gonna make it past our? No, sorry. Where are we? Which position are we in? Flip Flip. Gonna get past. I don't think Flip Flip is. He might try into Maggots and Beckett's, but that's a disappointing. That's a hard move to do into Maggots and Beckett's.
That's a very hard move, and especially as you got through that corner. Flip Flip just a little bit faster, but James will continue with you commentating on this one.
I just don't think Flip Flip's got the move to get past here. You know, I think I spoke too soon. Flip Flip's already side by side. Flip Flip, and he's through quite nice and easily. He's got through, but can Hijacker keep the move going? Flip Flip is passed, by the way, on my screen. He was a second ago, but he's passed. That was a nice and easy move there. Hijacker lets him pass, or slows a bit earlier into the corner, and Hijacker now says he's coming in. He looks like he's coming in, and he is. Hijacker's in. Shout his team, and for the last second they're like ow. Anyway, he's into the pits now. Where is ESR Andy and ESR Andy and Sind? Because if Sind, if he's not looking, is Sind going to cross the line, or is Sind's gonna? He is. So Sind's going to get second back. Hopefully we can talk to Sind after this race. I did talk to him once last year. He sounded alright. He sounded a nice person, nice man.
Can he talk English? I think I thought that he was German.
It's very small English. Very small English. I remember very small. I think it was. I can't remember what it was, but he was alright. He wasn't the greatest, but he did a good try. If I'm thinking about a different person, I do apologise to him. If he can't speak any English, but I swear it was him. But
we had Alan Champs on last week with Flip Flip. If anyone watched the recording version, because we had a few technical problems, especially my side with the internet, so we had to record the rest of it. But yeah, I think we have Alan Champs and Flip Flip last week, both the Porsche drivers, and hopefully we can have Sins, Flip Flip, ID4 and Hijacker. That'd be quite a nice bunch. That'd be a very nice bunch there, I think. I don't know about you, James, but a very nice bunch.
It would be.
Where is? Wait, there's Alan Champs. Where is Hijacker? Oh, he's still in third.
Yeah, still in third.
He's still in third, but only by about a second. But he is on fresher tyres, and he's got a better straight line speed advantage compared to the Porsche. So we'll just have to wait and see what kind of pace he can do. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Who else got another league? Heil subs and trying to go. Zago, hello champs. Hope we got the top 3 because you know good racing. Cadwell, are you commentating again?
No,
Cadwell,
I don't know.
He doesn't know.
God Christ, it's an account that I helped get some subscribers for.
You ditched them.
No, basically they do a league and they do loads of racing, but they just haven't streamed it for ages because they had another commentator who wanted to do it, but he hasn't commentated for ages.
Let's say you ditched them.
No, a little bit.
A little bit. We'll just keep it at that. I don't. This is the crappiest thing about Apple. I turned on my iMac before the start of the race, before the practice. You remember I just came home, you know, got on, turned on my iMac, and my iMac is still turning on. It's in that loading screen. It's just a bunch. Cause I hate it. So I need a new one. It's just horrible. I don't like it. You want an iMac, James, or you're okay? No, you're okay. All right. Very nice. But as we see, Hijack out of champs getting a little bit closer now. He was about 1.1 seconds behind on the previous lap, and now he's 3/10. Let's go turn on. There we go. It's going to restart and see if any of that makes any difference. Ala Champs going from Megas to Beggars, only 3-4 tenths back as he heads down to the hangar straight of the Liverpool. We've had so many comments now from other leagues and things, and Cadwell Park TV has now commented us. Hi again, when is Cadwell Park on this channel? And when the smaller races circuits being in the league?
Cadwell Park
We don't have things such as.
Oh, he tried there. Sorry about this. He tried there, hello champs. He tried massively there. To World Racing League, you want hello champs to come third. He's pushing ever so hard to get it now. We have 22 minutes and 48 seconds to go of racing. So a lot of racing still to go to be had here. If you don't know, this game has so many small racing things on it. So the small tracks on this game would be Rampuna Park, which I showed you a picture of last week. Would be Knock Hill up in Scotland. Would be Cadwell Park. I'm trying to think of other. Would be.
I'll be gone for 2 minutes.
Bruno, would it? At the start by side. Oh, he spins! No! Hello, champs, has spun! No! Hello, champs. Can he get going just before Javier comes and snatches the position off him? No, he can't. Now he gets back going just behind Javier, though. There's going to be a good battle there, but sadly we won't be able to see it for 2 seconds. If Didux is still there, or Ethan, please can we go back to the car of Javier, please, if you're still there. We'd love to see that battle there, but sadly we won't be able to. But yes, it's them 2 tracks are the smallest. Then you've got Rampuna Park as well, which is quite small. We don't talk about so Rampuna Park, Knock Hill, and Cadwell are the 3 small circuits we've got. You have got circuits like Bruno, which I'd love to see implemented into these leagues. But sadly we haven't. And Javier spun. Javier has spun. Not very good there. It's not. I would like. What other small circuits do we have? Well, at Spring, that's small. What other small circuits do we have? Sugo, that's quite small, but not small. That's still quite big. Small circuits like not big length. Monaco's quite small. And Dubai Autodrome, the short circuits on there. Maybe short circuits, I'd love to see some. But sadly, Cadwell TV, you're not going to get it, I don't think. Let me just see, what's your last video, Cadwell Park TV? I know I shouldn't be looking at your videos, because your videos are not, I think you've got 5 views last video, not bad. Well, you've got a like now from me, so yeah, you've got a like. Do you bring that? I don't know. Generally, we don't know if he's actually going to get past here. We don't know if Alochamps has got the move done or not. But Gavra up to 10th now. Kane has made another mistake, and Gavra has decided to get through. It says on the mini-map there it does. Here he goes then. He's gotten to the outside line there of the corner. He tried the outside look there. But will Alochamps make his way through? 11 seconds on the gap between ESR Sins and the leader. Is going down though. It's going down every lap. But not fast enough. Gavra now has just got past K-Morse for the second time. Here goes Alochamps then into the corner. Can't make it stick there. He leaves the gap, no room. And Alochamps can't get back through. Here he can't. But it looks to me like it's going to be Alochamps who's going to keep the move and try and get to third. If Alochamps gets third, it'll be a great finish for him. It'll be another podium for him. And he'll be delighted with that. But here comes ESR Andy right behind as well. As Ethan, I think, is backing it. He will be here. We've got so many comments going through from different YouTube channels. Different everything tonight, as he goes for side by side but can't make it through. This is not what you want to see. This is not what you want to see. You want to see clean. You want to see him get through, but Alochamps can't make it through. If Ethan's there and hearing me, then hello.
Yes.
Then hello. But yes, a three-way scrap now. It is here. And Gavra, by the way, all the way up to 10th. What a position for Gavra here. We thought he was going to be down in the bottom. He's now 10th. Led the Irons is next. It's pretty much this battle is between Alochamps, who's side by side now. Alochamps is with ESR Andy. If we can head back to that one, would be appreciated if that's all right. If we can head back one car to ESR Andy's car, because we are looking. Yes, there we go. Side by side they go. And he's through. No.
Hey, it's through.
So we have another comment come through from. I did list some smaller channels, smaller tracks. If you want to know, it's Cadwell, Wampuna Park, Knock Hill. I think Bruno's quite a small circuit. That's quite a small circuit. And I think you've got what's the other one? Sugo's quite small, and so is Willow Springs. They're the small ones, and. Not Red America, what's the other one in America? As Andy goes to try and get past Hijacker here.
Watkins Glen?
No, the road circuit. Long Beach. There we go.
Oh, bollocks.
Sarah Jackson says, subbed last time. Thank you for subbing. Hope you do enjoy the channel. Hope Alochamps does well. And when is Flip Flip not going to win our race, guys?
Next week.
Is it indestructible? Oh, Andy nearly hits the back of Hijacker but can't make it through, and right behind them as well, literally 0 seconds behind is Alochamps. I think he just touched the back. Can we just go on board and just check what the on-board cameras look like? Yeah, if that's the right view, Mr. Ethan, because was he touching the back there, Alochamps? No, he pulled away Alochamps, but over to you, Ethan, for this battle.
Come on, Andy, you got it in you down the well into straight, maybe keeping the slipstream. Now he's going to go round the outside. Can he get it right to the corner? Get it round the outside. Come on. Come on, man. No, he cannot. He will get the inside. Oh. Hijacker. With the it was a hijacker. Yeah, it's hijacker. Just about cutting him off, going into. He just basically went, ugh. Close the door. You're not allowed in here. You're nowhere near. You're not in my league. Get out of here. He just went for it, and he just got the position. And he keeps his position.
As here he goes. I thought he was going to try something into Max and Beckett, but the gap, by the way, for the lead has gone down to 3 seconds. It was 9 seconds, it's now 3 seconds. So something must happen there. But back we go to this battle here, and back to you. As here he goes.
Oh God! Look at that! Look at Alex Chaps' run out of. Oh, look at that! Just turned 14. He just got a fantastic run, and unfortunately, well, my Jacker, no, Andy has just gone straight back past. It's back to 4th place. This is a really good battle for 3rd place here in the GTE class here at Silverstone. Yes, for 3rd place. What's funny?
It's for 4, but okay, we'll let you off.
No, no, I mean is that it's like a whole group.
Ah, fair enough.
They're all fighting each other. Yeah.
Fair enough. If you are new, guys, and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. We've just gained another one, so we're 601 now. We do appreciate it. And as well, if you haven't already, please do smash a like. If we can get a lot more, if we can get 5 likes on today's stream, that doesn't mean much, as Andy tried to pass there but can't. If we get 5 likes, I will message Gavra with the suggestion that we had earlier to maybe do an endurance race but no LMP cars. We'll suggest that to Gavra. Maybe a end of season celebration for some leagues, and maybe have GT cars and maybe TC cars or something. I'll suggest that to Gavra. He will try and get something sorted out. If he doesn't get it sorted out, then I'll just done my bit. So if we get 5 likes, we'll message that to Gavra and get that sorted. But as we look, I don't know really. I don't think Andy's quick enough. I think Alex is quick enough to get past Andy, but I think Andy wants to get past the Mike and Beckett, but that's not a very good place to get past.
It's a very difficult place. Basically, a death sentence. You basically want to wreck your car going into that corner, but it's a very sweet move whenever you do it.
And Lonnie, by the way, has closed the gap as well. By the way, Lonnie from the leader was 48 seconds. He's now 44 seconds, and you can see him in the background up there. He wants to get past here. He wants to get into this battle. But here goes Andy.
Look at Andy. He's going around the outside, going into Stone. You have a little bit of a weaker traction on exit corner. He goes down side by side, going down the turn 60 FL. And ESR Andy is in the podium positions. This is good stuff.
We can talk to them if you want.
Corvette team.
You can get the ESRs in if you want.
Hopefully we can. I'm not friends with them, so
I'm not friends with Andy. I'm friends with Sin for some strange reason.
We'll get Sin in here. And I'll get a few other drivers. How many drivers we got? So we can literally just get about 5 if we want.
We're allowed a maximum, I think, of 4. I think Gavra said.
Okay, we'll get 4 in there then.
I don't know how many we're allowed actually, but maximum we're allowed if we do
it's
is
our
6.
stream. It's our stream. We're doing what we want. We're gonna go by rolls, and just to let you know, 7 minutes you've got left to get your thinking cap on and pick your driver.
Will Alo Champs make it through? Will Alo Champs make it through? He's looking like he's got the good run. No, he's too far back, Alo Champs. In 5th position here. Let's just see. Oh, he's got it! He's done it! Oh, what a move!
He hasn't got the braking marker corrected. He's got no braking, and he's completely gone off.
Come on, Alo Champs! Shout the chat. Somebody in the chat there will be go on, Alo Champs. He needs to get a podium today to keep that championship alive. Now, I know it's only 2 rounds in, and we're now only round 3, and I'm really excited tonight because Alo Champs is a great racer.
Really was, and definitely did show it in GT3 with the Audi.
Sorry, I'm just a bit excited here. I don't know why. I must be on something tonight. But no, Alo Champs so far this season has got Alo Champs. Where is he? It's got a 3rd position, so he needs to get something out to get up that table, up the order. Just to tell you where he is in the championship, Alo Champs. He's currently sitting 4th, 5th. No, where is Alo Champs? All the way down in 8th. What is he doing in 8th? Gavra's in 7th. How's Gavra 7th?
Gavra in 7th? I just don't know. Javier is in 7th. Gavra is in 10th. He'll be doing a points finish. Oh, in 6th. Oh, they crash. They crash. And they crash down in the vale. And I don't know if they're teammates or not. I don't think they are. But I think that'll be some word between them about, you know, leaving a car's width. You must always leave a space. You must, if you're a Fernando Alonso fan, you will get that reference. But there's always a, you must always leave a space.
Battle on
All
between
the time
Aguilera.
you need to leave a space.
Aguilera is battling with Gavra down for the lapped cars in 11th and 10th.
It's about 2 seconds away.
Now he was closer than that, by the way. It was.
Oh,
what's happened
flip
with Flip? He's got broken front wing. Oh, he's battered that car.
He has completely battered that car.
It's Kamos behind him, by the way.
He's still pulling away. He's yet pulling away from a perfectly looking Andy. Sinned.
Where's Kamos? Where's Kamos quickly? Can you just check where Kamos is on the road?
Kamos is... Where's Kamos?
If you pop Kamos on...
Kamos is into 13.
Yeah, so there he is. He crashed with Kamos, because Kamos has the same damage as he does.
Must have done exactly the same. I mean, that does not look pretty at all. I mean, oh jeez, I'd rather have a Herbie than that. Yes, so we do have our Driver of the Day by James, not limited, in about 4 minutes time. Get ready, James, for that. You know, you don't look like a complete idiot to come around the time you don't know who to choose to pick wisely. That is what I say, pick wisely. Yes. Brilliant. So yeah, still pulling away from Flip. Still pulling away from Sid, which is just quite surprising how broken that car, how broken it looks. I mean, that must have some aerodynamic performance loss. I mean, the whole being good, especially with the 2019. But you can see the whole underside of that side pod is completely bent, and one part is just scraping across the ground while the others are just high up in the air. We get a good shot of that now. I don't know if you can see that, James, but on the side of the car, he's been in a big crash. And we'll obviously get his words after the race to see, you know, what actually happened, because we didn't actually see what happened. I would love to know. Absolutely love to know. We
still have the battle. Is Gavra's battle still going on, or is that not really a battle anymore with Gavra?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
you right on board with this one.
That's closed up. That's closed up dramatically. We have 2 minutes to go before my drive of the day. Well, actually 3 minutes to go before my drive of the day, technically, because we're doing it just after the 5 minutes, about 4 minutes 50 we'll do it. But Gavra,
not limited.
If I'm happy with this, we're going to actually take you through the points system, because I want to actually see what the actual point system is, because I don't think we've got it. The point system. It's really annoying to tell you that we don't have the point system. Like, what? Oh, we're doing season stats probably. It probably says it. No. Calendar, does that?
Just saying the rules. Just saying the rules.
Ah, rules. There we go. So, Gavra. Here we go. Gavra should get 7 points.
It's not bad for his championship season.
So there.
I don't think he'll be thinking about title or anything, but I think he'll be thinking about, you know, mid-table.
Yeah, so here we go. It's 30, 24, 21, 18, 15, 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way down to 16. Everyone gets points. So Gavra's done a great job there to give everyone points. Let us know your drive of the days, guys, because I'm doing mine in literally a couple of minutes' time, in a minute's time. So let me know as Gavra now keeps the pressure on. But here comes Aguilera. What can Aguilera do?
Yeah, what can Aguilera do? And just people put in this comment section below, who do you think your drive of the day is so far?
Nice sunset. This is a brilliant sunset. It looks amazing.
5 minutes left, so we'll be doing that in about 40 seconds time. So get ready, James. As we'll just run on board with Aguilera. We let this battle fizz out. And then we'll do drive of the day. Bye, James. Stop. going down the Hanger Straight now, heading down into Stowe. You know, about 150 miles an hour right now. Foot to the floor, and then a little bit, and then a bit of a braking here. You know, he's I mean, Gavra's even braking mid corner, so you can just see how much it takes to slow down that car. And you can just see Aguilar's going around the outside of Chapel, of Vale, and then heading down to Club of turn 18. You can just see Aguilar wants to make a move, but here we go. Drive of the Day by James Lansing.
Give me a minute because I haven't thought about it yet.
You're joking?
Well, I've got a couple in mind though, because you've got to look at it. And I was going to give it to Hijacker for doing really well, but he's gone down the order now, so he's abysmal. Sorry, no Hijacker, but I'm not going to give you Drive of the Day anymore.
I've given you an hour and a half.
I'm going to give it to Andy. He didn't start near the front. He started down in about 7th or 6th. He's really tried hard. He's up to 3rd. It's a big thing for Andy, that is, to get to 3rd. So I would say Andy's Drive of the Day. But he did have a bit of collisions in the first little bit of the race, so fair enough if he thinks he's Drive of the Day. But I don't know. It's been an hour and a half. I'm just going to have to look back at qualifying quickly and see what Andy started, because
God, giving you an hour and a half on news. And you give me that dog bollocks.
Where did Andy start? If Andy started in the top 3, I'm really disappointed. Oh, we did as well. Flip that then, he's not having it. No, I know who my Drive of the Day is. It would either be Andy or Allo Champs. Them two have just been brilliant today with their race. So yeah, Andy and Allo Champs, they would get my vote, but I have had to give it to one of them. It'll be Allo Champs. Just side by side they go. And Gavra keeps the position on Aguilator there. Aguilator goes a little bit slow into the corner. So yes, driver.limited as Andy spins. So that makes that Allo Champs gets podium. Whoever said Allo Champs gets podium in the comments, you are a genius. Well done. Because he spun it, and he did. But Lonnie's now side by side with him, and Lonnie gets through, I think. Yes, he does. So yeah, there we go. Allo Champs Drive of the Day from 7th to 3rd. Brilliant drive of the day.
Well, that took a lot longer than I was totally intended.
By the way, that took a minute.
That did take a minute.
It took a minute and a half, but yeah.
Did it take a minute and a half? Nah. Get out of it. Get out of it. Took 2 minutes and a half just to pick a drive when you've had an hour and a half to think about it.
Okay, yeah. So,
God.
Hello, Champs. Drive the Day at final.
You can't get quality commentators anymore. It's just.
Well, no, but no, you can't give it to one person though, as Andy gets back from Lonnie. You can't give it to one person. There's been so many people today who I could have given Drive of the Day to. You could have given it to Flip
Very true.
For crashing out and still leading by 7 seconds. You could have given it to Andy it. But Allo Champs, if you had to pick one, it'd be Allo Champs. He's just that. He's that. I think is he Italian? Is that Italian? Is that where the country comes from? Guy who knows how to race, knows how to pick it, and so yeah, just did really well today. And hats off to him.
Thank you very much.
I'm so bad at picking things.
Right, so after all of that debacle of Drive-Day.Limited,
We've got 1 minute 20 left. Oh.
We've got 1 minute 20 left, and this will be the white flag out. This will be the final lap of Flip's Silverstone GP. We will ride on board with it till the end, unless there's a proper battle going on, but there really, I don't think, isn't. He's done a fantastic race today. We will be getting him into the post-race conference, so if you do want to know what really happened to him within the crash, obviously you can see the damage on his car. I think this is the first time he's actually properly crashed. I don't think he's crashed before. I think he's had a few off track, but this is like an off track into the wall type of thing. So really, he's had a good race, but I just like to know what really happened to him in that phase of the race. But yeah, can't wait to speak to him. I don't know if James will be able to get Sittons in here or Andy, but we have to wait and see. I'll invite some people as well. ID4, Hijacker, and Flip Flip I'll invite.
Yeah, so here we go then. Down in a second we'll head into Magnussen Beckett. It's looking like it's about 7 o'clock at night here in the race circuit, so a long old day it's been here at the race day in the race office. Here it has. As Gavra now is in the pits. Don't know why he came in with literally seconds to go. We do have a battle. The only battle we have on circuit was Gavra. He's now lost that battle completely. Where is the battle now? Let's have a look. We do have a battle, but it's fizzled. No, we don't. It was ID4 and Javier, but that's fizzled out to nothing. But yes, Ethan Flip's done a great job. I just don't think anyone can beat him this season.
I don't think anyone can, as he can round Vale, he can round turn 17, he can round club here. Flip wins at the Silverstone GP here in round 3 out of 3 so far. Race 3, he's won all of them. The pre-season, round 1, round 2, round 3.
Right, where's ESR Sin then? Where's Sind? Where's Sind? Because he's literally there. He is.
Sin has just become second place in the race. A pristine looking car. James is freaking out over Sins.
Well done. No, it's his best finish of the season. Got to give him credit to that.
Yes, okay, that needs to be a fangirl, okay? That needs to be that, don't worry.
Right, where is
yes.
Chams? This is the actual one that I really give drive the day to. Give credit to Chams. He came from 7th, had a lot of pressure, went down the order, and now is crossing in 3rd. An absolutely amazing drive from Chams. He would be...
The BMW's just gone. He was just wait, when you always, some people will do like a weave, just across line to show their passion, but then he just went into the wall.
Champs, drive of the day. Nice one.
Champs, drive of the day and finishing in P3. Lonnie finishing in P4. Anti in the wall. P5. But in the wall. P6, Javier in the Ferrari ID4, gonna be finishing, finished 7th. Hijacker in 8th, Led the Iron in 9th. Fromdix 10th, who's already finished.
Where's Led the Iron then?
Angulator, is he already? I believe he's already finished.
And there we go.
And that's your race results here at the Silverstone GP. We're just trying to get some drivers in.
Let me tell you it again.
Read through those.
Flip, first Flip with a 1:57.9. I think that's the fastest lap of the race. Second is Sind. Third is Champs. Fourth Lonnie. Fifth Andy. Sixth Javier. Seventh ID4. Hijacker 8th. Led the Iron 9th. Crondex 10th. 11th Agulator. 12th is Gavra. 13th Husa. And 14th K-Morse. And 15th, who retired from the race, by the way, after 33 laps, was Boston Row. So something happened to Boston Row which we didn't know about. But just to give you a quick rundown and just check if the leader did do this. No, he didn't. Well, he did, yeah. Leader gets fastest lap of the race. Leader has fastest lap of the race. So nice, there it is. Just to tell you that the leader lapped the bottom 2 twice, and he lapped Gavra, Agulator and Cromdex once, and everyone else finished on the lead lap. I predicted before we even came on to stream tonight. I did say in the chat, if you didn't hear, you probably didn't hear, guys, to the guys in here. I thought we were going to do 40. I thought we were going to do 42 laps tonight. So I was completely wrong with lap predictions. So you know. But anyway, I'm gonna leave the session, add all drivers in, then we'll get the leader to come in. I've just been added to an F1 thing from some drivers from a league that I'm in, so I will maybe join that later.
I have suggested them because the party's been set to...
Yes, it has been set to private, because I get random people joining my parties, so don't say I don't get random people. Let me see if I've got them on my friends, Sind and all that. If Sind joins, that is. I don't think Sind will. I don't know if he's actually just I don't think I've ever spoke to Sind. I think I was speaking about somebody else earlier, so don't quote me on that. But is it ESR Sind?
It's ESR Stint, but I haven't suggested him or anything. Just wait.
There he is. I do have him as a friend, but apparently he isn't on my friends list, which is surprising. There we go. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. Hopefully they will join the guys who we just invited to this party. Hopefully they will join. We'll give them a little bit of time to debrief and have a little bit of a break. Go to the podium room, the top three, and then have their podiums and all of that good stuff, as you know they do. We'll put the party on public now, so if anyone wants to join, they can join. As Flip joins, of course, Flip joins.
Yes, we do have Flip in the
give us 1 second.
Post-race conference. So Flip, congratulations, another win in this GTE season. How was that?
Wow, that was an awesome race. Probably one of the best races I've ever done in Gavra Racing. I mean, once again, it was an incredible fight with ESR Sint. He put a lot of pressure on me. In the end, there was an incident with two left cars. I was crashed very hard and hit the barrier, but I was very lucky. I just had 1% front aero damage, so I could continue, and yeah, I almost thought that would have ended my race, but it was a pretty big crash. I was so lucky.
Just got two things on that. Will you be taking that to the stewards? And really only 1%, because when we had a look at your car, it was completely destroyed.
Yeah, on my damage on the HUD, it was shown only 1%. I'm very sure, and there was no suspension damage.
Jesus. That's good. That's great there.
Will you be taking the incident to the stewards, or do you think after the race win has been confirmed, you're not going to really bother too much?
Once again, I mean, so it looked that they would move to the side and let me pass, but then somehow the car slowed down in front of me, and then I had to brake, and then I accelerated faster out of the corner than him. But then there was the other car which hit me from the right side. I don't know why he turned left on the straight, and yeah, I think then we all three crashed together. You didn't see it?
I did not. We did not see it on the stream. We were watching a fight. I can't remember who it was.
I have no idea who it was.
And we also have Allo Champs
in. It was not Allo Champs, so.
Yes. So great race from you, Flip.
Thanks, mate.
Really did it. You've won all 3 rounds in the first 3, so you've won the first stage. So technically, if we had to say it, the first stage of the season will go to you. So
yeah,
well done.
It was an incredible race today.
And
I'm very exhausted now.
Yeah, we have a week break, right? Are you looking forward to the week break, or?
No, I would also like to race next week.
Eager.
It's okay to have a break, a week off.
Looking at before Ethan talks again to you, looking forward to the round after the week break. Are you looking forward to the Hockenheim Classic?
Yeah, very much. I have never driven a race on that circuit, so yeah, really interesting.
That will be a hard race then for you to get to grips with. But you've got a week. You've got nearly 2 weeks to practice that. So
yeah, I do. Yeah, I always
good.
I always have to do a lot of practice. I mean, the Porsche is really not easy to drive, and yeah. But today I was very satisfied with everything. Except the crash.
Anything else you want to talk about, Ethan, to Flip, or
We'll have a little word to Alex Antonelli just hiding in the corner there. He would probably want to say a little bit of a word.
Hello, hello, champs. Come on then,
Alex
let's
Champs
do
there?
it.
Or... Brilliant.
Yes. Yeah. Before Ethan starts rambling on, just to quickly say, you got my drive of the day, so well done. Yes.
Oh my god. Nice. That's good.
It's a very hard circuit. It's, it's got so much history with it because of, Formula One and all these motorsports, created with, the British. But it's a very tricky circuit because you've got so many fast sections, especially Mackets and Beckett's. If you go side by side with someone, you're just asking for a death sentence going through there. Do you think it was very difficult overtaking people, with that fear of just one moment, you could just lose it all? Mm. Yeah. I believe the Fords are the quickest in a straight line, and the Porsches are more towards, corners and everything. So really, it did set you up quite nicely today, but obviously I think against the Fords, which I think you're batting with Hijack at one point, and he just had great straight line speed, or am I just thinking of someone else? I believe you were. Oh yeah, very quick he was.
Sorry. Yeah, what I was going to ask was what happened with Andy then? Because we saw him drop down and then you got past. So was it just a mistake he made, or?
Oh yeah, yeah, I know. Hmm.
Hmm.
This track is very critical on its very high curbs, so really it is quite dangerous on these curbs around Silverstone. Do you think we should lower them? Maybe as a next Project Cars 2 game, it's just lower them a little bit going to a few corners. Because I know there's one in the making at the moment. So yeah.
I think most of the curbs are pretty low. You can use many of the curbs on Silverstone. There are some really dangerous curves, I agree, but there are also some very low curves.
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, I think that will pretty much do. Thank you very much, guys, for the post-race commentating. Congratulations to you both on the podium. Perfect, congratulations on the win, and Alex Champs, congratulations on your driver of the day.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks, mate. Yeah, I'm glad I made it at the end, and I'm also happy that you had a good race and that you recovered from 13th position. Very nice. Cool. And there was almost no connection, was there? Maybe one?
No, I don't think anyone actually lost connection at all. So looks like
No.
it's to be
No,
fixed, which is very good.
yeah, we did. We had one connection issue, Marky connection problem.
Oh yeah,
Marcos, you mean?
but then we didn't have anything else, so I think we're just fine on that.
Yeah, it was good
Okay.
this week. No, not much connection problems. Everyone did well. But the question is to ask you, Didux, before we do end this, do you think anyone can catch Flip Flip? He's here listening, so
It's yeah, of course, yeah, joking. It's very difficult, because these are. I believe in the next leg of the season we've got wet races where we have not seen the pace of other drivers. We haven't seen Flip's pace in the wet conditions. I don't know if you're dreadful. I don't know if you're fantastic in the wet. I don't know if you're going to be the next Michael Schumacher in the wet. But you never know what this pace could turn into. And
Yeah, right. You never
I
know.
hope someone can catch up. But at the same time, Flip, you're doing absolutely fantastic. You always work hard into these races, so
Yeah,
you're
but
doing
it's
very well.
still,
Doing very well.
still it's a very long season, and ESR Sint is very close. I mean, he's practically doing the same speed as I do.
Yeah,
So,
it was a lot like that last season in GT3.
Yeah, no, so probably next race will be the same. I hope we'll have another good fight with him again. I really enjoyed that. My pleasure.
and
Obviously, you guys being Flip, you being German, you want to win the Hockenheim Classic.
Definitely, yes.
So
Yeah,
that'll
so
be
we-
your goal for that one.
we've got two races actually that he wants to win, because we have race 4 Hockenheim Classic, race 5 Nürburgring GP, and then we go to Spa for a race. So it's Nürburgring, it's Hockenheim, Nürburgring, then Spa, Frankenchumps, and that's it. And then we break again. So we've got another 3 weeks and a break. So
Yep.
I
should
thought
be all good.
personally we should bunch it up to do 6 weeks, then a break, then 6 weeks, then that's it. But Gavra likes to do it 3, then a break, 3, then a break, 3, then a break, 3, then a break. So
It's just to end the season before the next year, because next year we want all new season and everything by February. But yeah, well, thank you so much, guys, for the post-race question. Answering the questions. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, James. We do absolutely fantastic together, and we keep on doing it. So
yeah,
absolutely fantastic.
we'll keep on doing it as long as I don't have much work to do. If I have not much work to do, then I'll do it with you. If I do, then I won't. But yeah, so now next time out is Hockenheim. Hopefully, Hockenheim Classic. That should be a good one. Then it's
In 2
Nürburgring,
weeks.
which will be the biggest one. Yeah. So today is the 26th of September. By the way, everyone who's listening still. Next time out, we will be here on the 10th of the 10th. Now, that will be the day of another day. That'll be a day that's in my calendar already, and waiting for this championship, and for some other reasons as well. There's other things going on that day, but yeah, I've already got the date written down in my calendar, ready for this championship, ready to get some very good racing again. And we hope, no offense to Flip, but we hope for the championship's sake that we get a different winner and spice this championship up. Now,
Okay.
we hope to spice this championship up. if Flip Flip wins again, then we are one race away, I think, from knowing that Flip Flip will storm with this and win the whole championship.
Yep. But yeah, no, thank you very much everyone for watching and staying with us for the whole race. I know it's quite long. We streamed over 2.5 hours now, I believe. So thank you very much for staying with us. Everyone from Gavra, we'll see you in 2 weeks' time at the Hockenheim Classic Circuit. I've been joined with James, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Right. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
And